Why is this problem not solvable? Why are you not working yourself out of a job?
Well, I mean, Jesus said the poor you're always going to have with you, right?
Ooh,
You know,
smack. Jason Pound here, reporting live from traffic. Actually, traffic is pretty gnarly. Jerica's driving Mr. Daisy to a one-to-one, a meeting with Jason. I've always struggled to say his last name. I think it's Rowinski, might be Rowinski. We'll have to figure that out at the meeting. But once a year, Jason and I get together. We're both involved in a networking group called BNI, Business Networking International. He represents one of my favorite nonprofits in Oklahoma City. When you get there, you'll see it's a church, but it's a huge facility. And the smallest part of the facility is where they have church. The main part of their facility is all the different ways that they serve the city. And I can't wait to share this with you folks. Hey, he'll probably put that in, so we'll load that up. All right, we ready to roll?
ready to roll.
All right, folks, I'm here with my friend Jason. I still don't know how to say your last name.
Rowinski.
I got it wrong. Well, I got it partly right. On the way here, I was like, is it Rowinski or Rowinski?
That's right. You're good. It's one of those two options. You've seen people add letters like L and other extra K's in there, and the fact that you phonetically went after that, I really appreciate that.
The second thing I want to go after, is it Polish?
It is Polish.
Boom!
It is Polish. Good job.
Well, real quickly, I was telling them on the way over here, we get together once a year.
Yeah.
We're both a part of BNI,
Yeah.
Business Networking International. The Keller Williams of business networking is how I describe it to
Okay,
people.
that's fair.
The biggest and the best.
I'm the best. I'm the best in the world.
I'm sure we're going to have some awesome shots of the place.
Totally, I'm
of
gonna get 'em for
driving
you.
up. You're going to do all that. But time is short, unfortunately. Question number one, reaching our city. What is your primary mission? What are you trying to accomplish?
We say comprehensive, compassionate community development, which is a one-stop shop for people to come to a safe place to get their essential needs met.
What people?
Well, mostly the people in the 10th Street area, some of people in Yukon and Mustang, but mostly the Western Heights School District in southern Putnam City. But 10th, basically 10th and Council is our base.
Why those people?
Well, someone down here saw that this was always going to be a very challenging area of poverty and some other systemic issues. That was 25 years ago. And so I want to be here to carry on that tradition because we're one of the only safe and proactive places in the neighborhood that's really addressing these issues.
Most people, include myself, want to solve the problem.
Sure.
Why is this problem not solvable? Why are you not working yourself out of a job?
Well, I mean, Jesus said the poor you're always going to have with you, right?
Ooh,
You know.
smack.
So there it is. And not to over the non-spiritual side of that is because it's easy to get affordable housing in this neighborhood, we can help people, but people are always moving in and moving out. Poverty leads to a lot of transients. And so as soon as we might help someone else is moving in the apartment because they have the needs that we solve. So we're on the front line, and I think we're just always going to be on the front line.
And as a realtor, just to provide some insight here, the Northwest 10th Street area is loaded with what we call beginner houses. It's low-income houses that you can buy really cheap, and most of them are owned by out-of-state investors, slumlords, and the profits go straight out of state, so the neighborhoods never really become permanently beautiful. Also, the apartments are owned by out-of-state investors, and they're at a really cheap price point, I believe around $700.
Yeah, you can get a 2-bedroom around the corner here for $700.
That's it?
So as we're solving the problem for one family and they graduate out, boom, they're replaced by another family.
Another family needs it. Yeah.
Okay. Question number 2 is why is a long-term issue? You nailed that.
Yeah.
Number 3, what do you do to fulfill that mission?
We have 4 categories. We've got basic needs, which is food, one of the largest food pantries in the state, serving 40,000 or more people a year, free meals, and then we have a resale shop, which we can give people their essential clothing and household goods at a really fair rate, which actually supports the food ministry. Then we have medical or health needs. We have a medical clinic partner and mental health clinic partner. We want to be really well-rounded there. If you can't help those things, then it's really hard to help the other things. And then we do mentoring and leadership and tutoring through our Leadership Institute. We call it ROC Lift Leadership Institute for Tomorrow, and that is the third category. The fourth is our Adult Day, which serves seniors and adults with disabilities who can't care for themselves at home, and provides socialization and some of those other things essential to quality life. So those are our 4 bedrock areas.
I'm going to describe a family
Okay.
and tell me how accurate it is.
Okay.
I'm seeing a lower income family living in lower income housing
Sure.
that might have some kids going to a rough school that needs some extra support, and that also might have aging parents that need to be taken care of while that mother or that father is at work making money for the family. So they're burning the candle on both ends, and they don't have the resources to handle the younger generation or the older generation, and they're still stuck in the daily grind.
Yeah, that's a pretty common story. And one of the reasons why we started the Adult Day is those families are caring for aging parents. And in that scenario, those parents or even their disabled adult children would have government funded care. So we do that. We usually catch them at the food pantry or the resale shop where they're shopping, and we get to know them. They come down here, they get their groceries, and we start finding out those other needs. And so meeting those needs becomes, oh man, there's some addiction there. We've got a mental health partner. We're really trying to work on addiction services. The Leadership Institute covers a lot for those families to not stay where they're at, to give them the soft skills to move beyond that. But if they can get their loved ones cared for, we help support the schools in a number of ways. So we work with the school counselors and meeting needs and getting backpacks and all sorts of stuff. So we'll take a family like that and say, here's where you fit in one of these areas, and we're going to get you stabilized so that then you can think more clearly about what your next steps are.
Under all of this, there is faith,
Yes.
but faith is not crammed down people's throats, is what I'm hearing. How does faith tie into all of this?
Yeah, I mean, faith motivates me, but I'm a faith without actions is dead kind of person, right? I just really, as a Christian, my personal faith is I see Jesus being a hands and feet kind of person. So we're gonna let our actions, our walking, do the talking. We're gonna be doing the stuff that Jesus did to the least of these, and we recognize, even in that not everyone has faith.
Takes different strokes to move the world.
Not everyone has the same faith. They don't have the same approach to faith. So what we want to do is say, it doesn't matter. You're still someone that we love, and what it means for me to love my neighbor as myself, whether that neighbor agrees with me on any host of issues, they're still a person that's worthy of love. That's how faith shows up here.
Final question.
Okay.
How many hats do you wear?
It probably depends on the day. I'd say right now, primarily 5 hats are from helping lead the congregation to grant writing to development to management and things like that. These 5 things that I can think of clearly that could become full-time jobs ultimately, given the amount of work.
Forgive me, Father, I've sinned. I thought of one more question.
Okay, you can do it.
You can't do this alone.
Cannot.
Tell us about your staff and your volunteer force.
Oh man, I mean, they're the heart of ROC. These people our staff could probably work for more money anywhere else, but they believe in the people here. Our volunteers, and we have some people who are in their 80s that have been working in the food pantry for 20 years.
Oh, I come here in '05 and they made me librarian in 1912.
And they just show up consistently. We have people that'll come and help beautify the resale shop. I mean, it's just amazing. The people who will, sometimes they give a little financially, or even maybe they come to one big work project a year, but a lot of what we've done around here, you can see the work done around here, most of it's done by volunteers. It's pretty cool to see.
How many of each?
We got about 22 employees altogether, full-time and part-time, and then about 400, a little over 400 volunteers a year.
One more question. We've gone over my question limit. Obviously, we want to expose you to our platform.
Yeah.
What are you looking for? What do you want our people to do for you?
Biggest thing is, because we're built on relationships and love, it's people who connect in relationship with us. So that begins really with volunteering. So our ideal, our goal in our 25th year is 250 new volunteers. Now this could be an organization like my business or myself personally, who show up here once a year to do something, to give back, just once a year. And then find a way through, maybe it's your church's mission budget, or, giving up a little bit extra, couple Starbucks a month. We have different levels of monthly donors. That kind of consistency in relationship investment is really what makes things work around here. That's what we're aiming for in our in 25th year anniversary campaign. Like we need more people, and we want to lock arms with you and find ways where what we do actually helps you too, whether it's giving you a place to serve or training some of your employees on leadership and things like that. Like we believe that relationships are reciprocal. So that's what we're looking for.
So as an ex-banker, I'm going to make a statement.
Sure.
Tell me how much you agree with it.
Okay.
Most of the nonprofits that I have dealt with would prefer consistent monthly giving, no matter how small or large, over the one-time large donation every 5 or 6 years.
Accurate. It is showing up, not only does something for your heart and our heart, that consistency, but consistent donations just means better financial planning. Predictable income is easier than, hey, I hit the lottery. And the lottery's nice, don't get me wrong, I'll take it. But man, just knowing, okay, yeah, that $20 is coming in, I can budget that, is really helpful.
Website's going to be in the description below. Please check them out. Jason, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jason.